And we are live. We are taking a break from the trade rumors madness. We will be back with that on Friday, 9
Mhm.
Eastern, 8 Central. So tonight, man, we're gonna have a little more fun. I'm gonna give Trav and Ham a break from the trivia. There's no trivia tonight. We just talking about All Star Weekend. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. 94 Feet of Life is the Facebook group. Uh, Before we get into the fun, Jay, is Sports 56 back up, or what's the word? So what's the word?
Well, no, not back up at the moment. We still kind of really day to day. We had an unfortunate situation as far as winter weather
Yeah,
kind of packed us in the sense where we had some, I guess, a bunch of snow and ice that just got mounted and stayed up on the roof. Started off as like a small leak in one studio, ended up being a leak in that studio. Then come in over that Sunday morning. My guy that was a producer for Sunday, doing the Sunday stuff, came in. He saw a leak. He called the people, let them know what was what. A few minutes later, it just started coming down and tearing up the whole production booth. So messed up the production area. We got a burnt. The production board got burnt out. Everything was just pretty much a mess. But we waiting on new parts for the board and everything to get back rocking. We still live radio. We just don't have live stream right now because we're not in the production area to,
gotcha.
activate all of that good stuff. But we still rolling. Look, you still can get us on the Sports 56 app. Did find
Bad,
that out. Still there. So, and all the shows that still the same time.
bad. Trav is gonna be the timekeeper tonight. We are going to a 30-minute shot clock on the show. We know folks attention spans in out there. We want to get y'all in and out with this good sport, which is good hoop talk. So Trav, the timekeeper, how's it going?
Man, everything good, man. Just it's all-star, man. It's all-star break. It's about that time, man. It's about we got to talk about it, man. The snubs and all that. So let's get this thing going, man.
Yeah, we obviously everybody keeping their eye on the trades. The NBA, they'll trade somebody in the middle of your show. So we keep an eye on that, man. But let's get to the All-Star selections. I'm gonna say this, fellas. I didn't have a problem with any of them. To be perfectly honest, I think I'm glad they kind of rectified it with Kawhi, because I think the Kawhi one was a little too janky. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have. I love the fact that we got new guys, Deanie, Jalen Johnson. Um,
Dude, Norman Powell, man. We
yeah,
talked about that.
that was like Norman Powell is a first time All Star, like 31 years old.
Dude,
That's a great story, man.
man, when I seen that list, man, I jumped up and was like, thank you. Thank you. They got it right. They got this one right.
Hey, Norman got off the mid list. J Ham ceremoniously got him off the mid list because he's an All Star.
We gotta. He was coming out to mid anyway because his age. You know what I'm saying? He pretty
Yeah,
much kind of stretched the age bracket on that, but
Mhm.
to I guess be solidified with that commencement, if I can
right.
use the proper term. He gets the commencement from off the pyramid.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good look. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say a career milestone because he kind of had a somewhat of a journeyman run. You know what I'm saying? Three or four different teams and a span, won a championship, contributed there, played himself back up into a featured role. You know what I'm saying? A handful of years after being a part of a championship. So it's good stuff, man. But like you said, I don't have. You know what? I don't have no complaints about the All Star stuff, man, except for people complain too much. I mean,
Right.
it's supposed to be a celebration, of these dudes and their accomplishments for this, throughout the season or whatever the case may have been, or lifetime achievement. in some cases, which we've seen over the years with some of the older veterans. Y'all realize LeBron's the only 40-year-old multiple-time All-Star after the age of 40. I brought some All-Star stats with me too. We can get to
Oh
those.
yeah. We even since I tortured y'all with trivia, you can certainly interject the stats in there. Hey, I mean, if you want to complain or snub, I thought Sengun maybe over should have maybe got a little bit of a look. I certainly thought I think it would have been justice if the ODB Dylan Brooks had got selected just to see like because I would say this. You talk about some how the All Star game is kind of going down. I feel like my boy Dylan would have been in regular season form in the All Star.
They don't want to start the first fight in the All-Star game.
Still, Dylan probably got ticked in the All-Star game.
Oh yeah, Dylan really got attacked. But the other selections, man, you talk about seeing like even though we know he's gonna make it seem like this new group, Cade, SGA, Anthony Edwards, uh, Jalen Duran, like
Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. Like it's really this turnover now, this the old change of the guard, you know. Still LeBron, KD, and Steph are still in there, but you're really seeing now this thing is turning over now to like guys who've been drafted since '94 has been open, or guys who were like born in the 2000s. This is like their turn now.
Yeah. It's about that time. It is about that time.
Yeah, so All Star didn't really have too much problem of it. I think, as Ham alluded to, you know, people complain about the game. I think my issue with the game itself, and I think this is partly on the NBA, this is partly on the players. The NBA, I think, to me, you made it too much of a production. Like it's celebrity. It's 3 teams of 8 now. It's somebody said last year the All Star game was 3 hours long, but there was actually 40 minutes of basketball.
It's big shot. It's at this point, man. I mean, what can we do to make it competitive? Well, not competitive, just more fun to do at this point. That's one of the main questions. At this point now, I hate to say it, but it's nothing else to do at this point, especially with the social media world today. Somebody going to say something. It's going to either be for a hot take or it's for clicks and likes or they just assholes and just going to do what they want to do anyway. The negative is the new norm today, and that's the problem. We don't want to see the enjoyment of the All-Star game. Y'all can care less of the All-Star game. That's what it looks like. Because where was your non-loveness of the All-Star game back in the mid-90s?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't hear none of this stuff. Although we didn't have the avenue of social media now to get our point across, but so much of social media, you can say what you want and hide behind it. You can throw the rock at the glass house and hide. And that's what's going on. To be honest, I mean, it's so much. I mean, when Kobe passed in 2020 and they got competitive at that All-Star game, that 20, I want to say that 21,
2020. Yeah.
2020, yes. It made people watch it and not too many people complain. Can the players do what they can to make it better? Yes, of course. But at the end of the day, the fans that voted for the players are the same fans that hate the All-Star game. How that work?
I think I'm pro player on a lot of things. And Ham starting to jump in. This is the one thing that is their fault. This is completely on them. Somewhere in the last 10 years, the players decided it wasn't important. And I don't know if it's because they do make so much money. So when you're making I was looking at the salaries of the All-Stars this year. $25 million is toward the low end. So most of your All-Stars are max contracts, super max guys. I think between that, load management, and then the fact that we have sort of really told players in this era, social media, that if you don't win a ring, it don't mean nothing. So now guys are like, why am I going to risk not being healthy for the playoffs for a game that don't mean anything? But I do think this is on there. I just think it's one of the things. It's like the Pro Bowl in the NFL. When the players decide the Pro Bowl was no longer important, that's when the Pro Bowl went the way it went.
Dodgeball.
Even going back to what Trav was saying, that culture of that society, that whole deal of where everything is being judged to be perfect, even presentation, the All-Star game. Now, if y'all people on social media, these people are critical of the fucking scorebook on the game that gives us the score.
Right.
That's just where we at. You know what I'm saying? And it's honestly like it's off-putting to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't talk about that, man, because now we starting to dance over the stuff and we forgetting to just enjoy. When we have these overcritical audiences, and this ain't just with basketball, this is with everything in entertainment, sports, rest. I can't even talk wrestling with the people no more because everybody want to book the show. Everybody want to be a part of the presentation and dictate the presentation of how the NBA should do this, the NBA should do that. Why they ain't do it this way? It's more of that than just, hey, that was fly. Hey, that was a sweet pass. Hey, that was a cool lob. And then when people get caught up on the nostalgia, they used to play hard and this, that, no. I had far too many of these All-Star games on VHS over the years. The vast majority of them jumps was boring as hell.
There definitely was some boring joints.
What people are hung up on are moments. They take those moments and they try to make them be all of it. I give you a prime example. The 2001 All-Star game. Oh, it was the greatest one ever. This. It was the greatest fourth quarter.
It was a great fourth quarter.
It was booty juice. Just straight up. It was just like any other, the rest of the boring All-Star games until Allen Iverson and Stephon Marbury took charge.
They caught fire.
That's the only difference. The 03 game, wire to wire, was way better because it was competitive. It was Mike's last one. You had the backdrop, the storyline on that. That was that in itself. But people get caught up in the moments and they charge those to being the whole game. One more thing, even on that. I know y'all slow about all this because it ain't about the dunks that's happening in the dunk contest, because Mac McClung put on some funk. For a dude that's just 6'2" white boy, he put on some funk. But y'all ain't about that. Y'all have to have specific names. This is all about that type of detail. It ain't just with basketball. I see people now talking about the Super Bowl. They ain't really hyping the Super Bowl. That's the best two fucking teams in football this year.
Right. They going to get on. They go and get old boy in Atlanta, the 5'4" kid. He'll put on a damn show for
I
that.
think the problem with what they've done is you've taken away from what the game was really about. And when you do that, you take the competitive out of it. Now, as Ham has pointed out, there's plenty of you can find plenty of slaw all-star games. Plenty of.
You can find some great ones too. You can
But
find some great ones.
the problem I think is, and I'm not expecting dudes to play it like it's game 7, right? I ain't expecting you to play game 7 effort in all-star game. But I watch y'all play Enrico Hines for free and give me summer run level effort when y'all ain't getting paid. Y'all get that. Now again, it's in season. I get it. I just think they have to just kind of come to the point and say, hey, if y'all don't want to do it, then let's not have it. And Ham has made this suggestion before. You turn the All Star Weekend into a big fan fest, almost like a Comic Con, an NBA. Just do that. Just do that.
Huh.
But
You're gonna make your money anyway.
you're gonna make money, but it's at that NFL Pro Bowl level. Like Trav said, 2020 after Kobe passed. And I think they played that one. That was out of guilt.
Yeah.
That was like Kobe just passed. We just can't go out here and just do anything. But and as soon as in 2021, it went right back to what
Went
it's
right
been.
back. They went
It
right
went
back
right
to it.
back to what it's been. So I think to me, the players have to be honest with the owners and say, hey, we are just not interested in playing a representative game in the middle of the season. We're just not interested in doing it. And then turn into something else. So I'm not gonna watch the game. It is cool. I think, finding out who made the game is always cool. But for me personally, I've seen too many bad ones in a row. I just seen too many in a row. It's like, all right, this is not gonna be a thing. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. So, but we gonna keep it positive. What are some of y'all favorite All Star memories? Whether it's the game, whether it's the weekend, some of y'all favorite ones.
I was thinking about this earlier. It was the one where KG. It was KG and I think it was like KG and Kobe's first or something like that.
Yeah. Hmm.
And when KG got on the break and threw that thing to Kobe and Kobe caught, I mean, that was bad. It wasn't that good of a pass. But for him to catch that and for them young guys to come out there and that was a competitive one.
Hmm.
If you want to watch one, that was a competitive one. What was that? What's
That
that?
was 98 in the gun.
98,
98 in
99,
the
90,
gun.
something like that. Yeah. So yeah. So I mean,
Oh, well, it was supposed to be Mike last one.
Yeah, Mike was
so that was
supposed
the
to,
98. That was the 98.
but Mike can't never leave.
Mike can't leave. Mike can't leave like that. But that was the that's the one where Mike said Mike was in the dressing room saying, "Oh, he gonna make it a one-on-one game."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I
that
I I give y'all one of my favorite ones, and Ham his story. He probably remembers this. I remember when the All Star game was played in the daytime.
Those were really the better ones.
We played them joints. Them joints was getting played 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I remember 88 in the stadium. Sunday afternoon, Mike had 40. I remember Magic's return in '92. A slaw game. West won by about 40. West won by about 40 points.
Was that when Magic that was Orlando, right?
Yeah, he was in Orlando.
Magic and Magic shot all the threes.
Yeah.
Magic can't shoot no basketball, man.
I like the Atlanta one.
Magic can't shoot. Magic just know how to score, man. Magic can't shoot no basketball, man.
J-Han, what you say?
So I like the Atlanta one. Mike's real last.
Mike, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, that was the most underrated dunk contest. Was 2003. That was Jason Richardson versus Desmond Mason.
Man.
One of the least talked about great dunk contest.
Was that the reverse? Was that the reverse East Bay?
That's the one. That's the one where Jason Richardson threw it off the glass and did an East Bay.
That's when they had to spin the goofy ass wheel to decide what dunk that they were gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jay Rich, he did he do it? He got and he didn't go like
yeah, he did the East Bay the other way.
Back. Yeah, he
did the East Bay from the back.
Yeah.
He went between his legs from the reverse.
Yeah, from back to yeah.
And dunked it with his left hand.
Left hand. That's what I'm saying.
2003 All-Star game was incredible. Of course, me as a kid with the family bias, 1990.
Oh man.
1990, when Craig won his first 3-point contest, which was also the night Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. It was the same night because we was all as a family watching the 3-point contest. 3-point contest, dunk contest goes off, and then we flip it to HBO right when Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas. It was the same night.
I got one. I don't know why this one stands out. I think it stands out because I hosted like a all-star party that night, even though I was in my junior year in high school. But it was the 2007 All-Star Slam Dunk Contest, where I think it was Gerald Green. He won it. Nate Robinson was in there. Dwight Howard was in there. And then the judges was MJ, Kobe, Dr. J.
Okay.
And I think that's the one that Nate Robinson jumped over somebody, or he
jumped over the White.
He dunked over the Dwight Howard.
That's the one. Yep, same
with
one.
With the kryptonite shoes.
That was also the night Gerald Green blew the cupcake out.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Which a lot of people like, oh, that was corny. I'm like, that is incredible.
Well, do you understand how high you got to jump to do that?
That one reminded me of when Vince put his arm in the rim because everybody didn't know what happened at first.
Man.
The crowd to watch that, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that live.
And they had to wait and see if he actually got up to the back support and blew the candle out with the dunk. Yeah. And once everybody saw it, he literally blew the candle out. It was like everybody ran with, ooh.
That Gerald Green blowing that cup, that was incredible. Vince with the arm hang was incredible.
Y'all want to know an incredible dunk that nobody talks about? But you got to be crazy and long to do this. JaVale McGee had 2 goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dunked it with the left this side. Dunked it on the right from up.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I remember that. That was wild.
God.
That was wild. You know, it was some other wild dunk. It might have been that same contest. Serge Ibaka took off like a foot behind the line, like a foot behind the leg. He wasn't in front of it at all, and people was like didn't even register. I'm like, this dude took off from like a foot behind the free throw line and dunked it clean.
That dude that's standing up, that's doing stuff that they ain't got no business.
No business doing that.
Did Ibaka have that damn monkey in his mouth?
He bit the teddy bear off the. Yeah. He had the teddy bear was tied to the man. But
we can't ask him to come back. What he gonna come back with? He didn't even win. Just think about that.
Speaking of not winning, probably the greatest dunk contest final of all time.
Aaron Gordon and Zach
Aaron
LaVine.
Gordon and Zach LaVine. Lord have mercy.
They could have went all night.
Aaron
They,
Gordon has the greatest dunk that didn't win a dunk contest. He had two of them.
Over the mascot. Between
Oh.
his legs, both his legs.
Over the mascot, and he folded his legs up like a card table.
underneath.
And then the one joint ham where the mascot was spinning around.
Oh man!
And he took it out of his hand and did a windmill. Are you like, come on, man?
Man,
No ski mask was involved in that robbery.
ski mask, no ski mask activity
ski mask at all. We know who robbed him on that.
But then Zach LaVine
Zach grind for the free throw line with a windmill though.
He went from the foul line.
He did something that you only saw on like the Jordan vs. Bird video game.
When you get to that certain spot, you just take flight.
Yeah, only on that game would you ever see something like that.
Another cool moment from a modern All-Star game was Steph versus Sabrina in the 3-point contest.
Hey, they shoot the cover off that.
Because it was like, hey, yo, she really shooting the hell out this ball.
She shoot the cover out there.
And then Steph was like, all right, okay.
And Nescu, right? That was it.
Nescu. So Steph versus Sabrina Nescu. And he was like, man, Sabrina gonna beat Steph. And Steph was like, okay. All right.
Let me let you out. Let me
just be clear. Let's who
and she put up a stupid number too, like a 28 or something.
Yeah, she like 28.
This man put up 33s and 35s. Man, come on, man. There's levels to this, man.
That another great one too. The 50 greatest players and the 75 greatest players to me was cool.
Oh yeah,
was cool.
Better when they got Karl Malone.
You know what? The 50 to 75 is cool. Those are cool. It's the stories that you hear behind them, though, that makes them even better.
The audience got to forgive me. I work on the half hour with John Harden. We crude like that sometimes. We just let it fly.
Listen, man, Karl came out there.
No, Karl was via satellite for the 75. They didn't show up to the party.
They told Karl stay at home, bro.
Yeah, Karl came through on Zoom.
Hey man.
They told Karl, hey Karl, you messing up the vibes. You stay at down.
He's one of the few of the top 50 or top 75 that his peers don't like him. Like his peers
ain't fooling with Karl.
Mike
came to the 75th. Mike came to the 75th fresh off the Daytona 500.
And called out Magic. Told Magic, get your shoes.
You mentioned that before we get out of here too. We ain't even NASCAR guys, but y'all didn't realize this is the 25th anniversary of the passing of Dale Earnhardt.
Really?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I remember when that. I mean, I'm far from a NASCAR, but I remember when that happened.
Yeah, 2001. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Up. Yes, he did.
What coming up this weekend or after All-Star weekend?
Yeah.
Something like that. Daytona 5. So yeah, just one of them things I thought about.
So speaking of this, before we close out. I am glad that the trade deadline is before All-Star weekend.
I'm sick of hearing about all of it, to be honest with you. But
hey. You know what's one of the more bogus moments in All-Star history? Remember when Big Cuz got traded at All-Star?
Man, the man found out he was going to New Orleans.
He went to a better squad.
Where was that All-Star game at though?
In New Orleans.
It was in New Orleans when he found out that he was there. I knew it. I just had to confirm it with myself. No, glad you said that. He was in New Orleans, found out that New Orleans took him.
81 MVP, he put up 50.
Yep. got traded for Buddy Hield.
And no
But,
folks.
yeah,
And that New Orleans team was
a few
nice.
all-time all-star statistics. Just like my style of stats too.
Go ahead. Send us home with the stat.
44 players that are left-handed have been selected to the All-Star game. All time.
Really? I thought it'd be more than that, but okay.
I would have thought so as well, but I was like, huh. Then I looked through and it was, all types of dudes from different decades and the whole deal. James Harden may be the best left-handed player in NBA history. We're just gonna set that off right now. Just looking
We're
at
gonna talk more about James on Friday because James is
Big Shad, you were born in Illinois. It's been 33 All-Stars that's been born in the state of Illinois.
let's go, man.
Y'all close to the leaders as well. We're not too far behind.
Who the leader?
I think the overall leader is California.
California.
It's gotta be.
California.
New York City and New York State, they combined, they got 44.
Oh.
Trav, y'all got 7 down in Mississippi. Tennessee only got 5. So at least we got Oscar Robinson though, so it's all good.
Oscar was born in Tennessee?
Yeah. I forgot what part, but yeah, he's Tennessee. He's born in Tennessee. Only one team, and we all knew who that was. Young Kobe. What? Kobe was the only one to make All-Star as a teenager at 19.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, wow. That was so in 2 years, yeah.
And you got 3 guys to do it 40 and up, and one of those 3 did it twice. You got Kareem, you got Dirk, and Bron did it twice. 19 undrafted All-Stars all time.
Ooh, okay.
Dang.
I put those. I'm gonna put those stats on a graphic and post it for the world and everything.
Name me a couple of them before we get up out of here. If you got that pen.
I ain't even got the file pulled up no more.
Hey, Mo said, hey, let me tell you something. Mo is one of the most shameless men in the history of the earth for what he just said in his group chat.
I can tell you, Mo, I'll get you that answer a little later. I like that question.
Anytime Mo can get a Tim Duncan thrown shout out in, he gonna yeah.
Hey. When undrafted All-Star, I know off the top of my head, Jeff Hornacek.
Shout out Hornacek.
Jeff Hornacek.
When did Hornacek? He probably made it on.
What, in 97?
Early 90s.
Oh, yeah, no. Jeff, when he was on Phoenix, Jeff was getting 20 and
Jeff.
And then, of course, Moses Malone wasn't drafted. So, technically, that he qualified for, and those cats of that nature. So, there was a couple other ones that were like that. But it was a good list. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post
19 undrafted All-Stars.
Might stand some good trivia out of that one. So
yeah, we might hold some trivia there. Matter of fact, yeah, next Wednesday when we kind of a little more casual with, we might have some All-Star trivia next Wednesday. Well, look, we're gonna get up out of here. We told y'all we're keeping a tighter schedule. Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We're gonna have the trade deadline wrap up.
Yeah.
A lot happened. A lot has already happened. We're gonna see if more happens.
We may be in emergency mode, so keep your notifications on.
Spoiler alert. Y'all gonna hear about 2 teams you ain't heard about 94 ever. Washington and Utah. I have thoughts. It is not the thoughts you think. So, basketball for the people, by the people. Subscribe. Join the Facebook group. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Trav, Ham, Big Shot.